Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Foreign, and welcome to another gameplay commentary. So what you guys are watching is another MOAB that I got recently. I was actually kind of shocked. I was playing by myself, playing Domination. This game is on Hardhat. I think I go like 47 and 12, something like that. But anyway, so I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about something, and it's something that I should have talked about weeks ago, but I just kind of kept forgetting and would get busy with other things. So here goes. Tough Mudder. I never got a chance to tell any of you guys about what Tough Mudder really was and kind of what I had to do and kind of the challenges that came along with Tough Mudder and putting myself through absolute hell all day long. So basically, to start it off, Tough Mudder is a obstacle course. I think it ranges anywhere from 11 to 13 miles long. It really depends on the location. Some of them are just a little bit longer. I wouldn't say that extra distance is going to make it that much harder. It's already extremely hard to go that distance, regardless of how long it is. So the location that I did it in was Wisconsin. It was 11.2 miles, I think was the final tally. And I think it's 21 obstacles. So basically, everyone shows up to this random cornfield, and you start registering, and you go through, and they write your number on your forehead, and you start meeting up with all your teams. Well, then they bring you into this holding area, I guess we'll call it. And basically, you have to hop over this like 7-foot high wall. Maybe it's like 8 feet, I don't know. It was really easy to get over. So you hop over this wall and you kind of get in this big area. Everyone has like their own start times. So we started at 9:20. So all the other people that started at 9:20 were all in this holding area, and there's like almost like an announcer, hype guy. I don't really know what you would call him. So he basically, explains the rules, kind of what, a little bit of the history of what Tough Mudder is, that sort of thing. And then we proceed by doing the Tough Mudder chant, or pledge. Tough Mudder pledge, that's what it is. I don't quite remember what it is. It's on the back of the shirt that I got when I finished. But basically it says that this is not a race, this is a challenge, and I am doing this as a team, and it does not matter how long it takes me to finish this. The objective today is to finish. So that's the main objective of all this. It's to finish. It's a huge accomplishment to finish something like this. Something so difficult that it puts so much physical strain on your body. So basically they get you in this holding area. They do all that stuff. Everyone does the Star Spangled Banner. And then you get hyped, you get ready to go. They throw all these orange smoke flares off, and you charge. You just charge out of the gate. And the first obstacle was probably a little under a half mile away. The first obstacle is Kiss the Mud. You have to crawl under the barbed wire in mud, basically. That was pretty easy. I really didn't expect it to be a difficult task. So you do that, and then I think we traveled like a good half mile or so, and you get to this thing called the High Stepper. It's like probably about crotch high on me. So they were probably about 3 foot high, like plywood things that you had to step over. You had to step over like 20 of them, which for some people can be pretty difficult. Like most of the people on my team were really short. Luckily, I was able to just kind of step over, so it was pretty easy for me. But some of my teammates had to actually hop over, and it was a little more difficult than expected. What was next? I can never. Oh, the Mud Mile. Next was the Mud Mile, and basically we're going through these huge trenches. If I had all the footage on my computer, I would include that footage. There's a shot of my friend Cray. He goes through the first little trench, and it's waist deep water that you're going into. It's all mud water and stuff like that, and you kind of just go up and down, up and down, up and down through 5 or 6 of them. Well, he goes through the first one. He gets to the top little waiting spot, about to go through the second one, and I just come barreling through right behind him, and I just completely eat shit and get absolutely covered, like head to toe in mud. It was ridiculous. Then shortly after that, I threw up. I think I might have actually taken a little bit of that mud water down and didn't sit very well. Let's see, what was next? Next we got over to the Berlin Wall, which is a 10-foot high wall that you have to get your team over. There's 2 of them, so it's not just a single wall. You have to get it over both walls. And then after that, there was an obstacle that you're supposed to go into this lake and basically go under these barrels that are on top of the water. So that's the only way you can get through, is by going under them. Well, the obstacle was actually broken, so we didn't have to do it. But we still had to swim across the lake, basically, which wasn't very far. It was 50 feet, maybe 100 feet. So it wasn't that difficult. Then following that, after being wet already, we had to do the Arctic Enema. Basically, we're jumping into a dumpster, like a big dumpster, probably like 10 feet long, 4.5, 6 feet wide, somewhere in that area. So you have to jump into this. It is full of freezing cold water with ice, and the whole thing is actually refrigerated, so it never actually heats up. So you jump in, absolutely freezing, and you have to go under the water to get past this little plank that's in your way. That's the only way you can get through. So you have to submerge your head underwater. And it was ungodly. Like, we all got out and we're just fucking freezing. But the only thing, you can't just stand there, because if you stand there, you're going to seize up because it's so cold. Like, we literally got out and just had to run. We had to, like, just start running and just start warming up. The next thing was the hay bales. That was actually pretty easy. I underestimated it. When I ran up on it, I thought that what I was coming up to was going to be something pretty sturdy, and it actually took me 2 tries to get up, just because I tried to step on something and just kind of sunk and just kind of hit face along the wall. But I got over it. It wasn't too difficult. It was, I don't know, one of the easier tasks of the day. So we got through that. And this is kind of where our team started splitting off into smaller groups. We were 3 miles in, and we'd already done a pretty decent amount of obstacles. But we all pass up this sign at the 3-mile mark that says this is where the Warrior Dash ends. And the Warrior Dash is a 5K that is, I think, like 15 obstacles. So it's a lot shorter, but you do a lot more in that short amount of time. So it's a little bit more of like it's more of a race, I would say. But that's kind of like the area that we started splitting off. We had somebody that had a sprained ankle, so they were trailing behind. And I injured my ankle about a year ago playing softball. I just kind of twisted it wrong, and it was hurting basically. So I just keep re-injuring it a little bit more and more. So I started sort of trailing back from the whole group, and then we get up to this this obstacle, the log runner. Basically, you have to go over and under these logs, which are kind of high up. Like, some of it are like chest high on me, so you have to go up pretty high and like kind of hop over. And at this time, like, I didn't have any I couldn't see my teammates in front of me. I couldn't see them behind me. But I mean, you're kind of weaving in and out of like woods and all that, so it's really easy to like start losing people. Let's see. Right after that, you have to go through the fire walk, which sounds really stupid and really easy. But basically, the fire department is there burning like hay bales, and all the smoke is going over the trail that you have to go past. Well, I'm a smoker, or yes, I am a smoker. I quit for a while, and things came up, and I just kind of picked it back up a little bit. I don't smoke nearly as much as I used to. But coming up on this, like, you would think, me being a smoker, like, okay, this is gonna be simple. You know, I've used to inhale smoke in my lungs all the time, and you kind of psych yourself up. Like, I was coming up on it, I was like, alright, this is going to be easy. The second you get in it, it is just white. Just complete white. You can't see the ground. You have to have your face covered so that you don't breathe in too much smoke, you don't pass out. Because if you pass out, you're fucked, because no one can see you in there. So I run in with my face covered, and instantly, like, because you're running, like, obviously you need to breathe while you're running. It was difficult because then I couldn't see, and I almost actually walked into the burning hay bales to the right side of me, and didn't realize that this path wasn't going to be straight through it. It kind of zigzags, which is fucking stupid, by the way. So that was a lot of fun, I guess you could say. I actually got a little worried that I wasn't going to make it through it just because of the amount of smoke and all that kind of stuff. I was, you know, actually kind of worried that I might fall over and be fucking stuck in there, which would have sucked. But yeah, so that was the first half, I guess. When it comes to the obstacles, that was the first half. So I'm actually going to make this into a two-parter. So, alright guys, so I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys would like to find out more about Tough Mudder, there will be a link in the description. You guys can go and check out their website and stuff like that and see what it's all about. Maybe see if there's a location by you guys. On the left-hand side of the screen, I'm going to take you over to the brand new Let's Play that I'm a part of. It is Borderlands 2. I'm doing that with Geraldus DCTX6 and O Complain. So I hope that you guys enjoy that. I'll take you over to episode 1. And then on the right-hand side of the screen, I'll take you over to 2v Tuesdays from earlier this week. Also, I'm still doing my giveaway for my free backgrounds, so there will also be a link in the description for that as well. So you guys can go and enter, and you have a chance at winning one of 4 free backgrounds. So I will talk to you guys soon, and have a good day.